The subway car jolted once, then the speakers crackled. A cheerful synthetic voice, too clean, too calm, filled the train. Welcome to the subway survival game. The game will begin in 10 minutes. During announcements, do not make any noise. Violations will be punished. People laughed at first. Someone snorted. Someone muttered, "What is this, some prank?" Someone filmed it for TikTok. And then a guy near the door shouted, "Yo, who the hell is blasting their phone like that? Have some manners." He didn't even finish the sentence. Boom! His head exploded like a firework. Not blood, not gore. A clean, violent burst, like his skull was a glass ornament filled with red mist. For half a second, the entire train froze. Then the screaming started. People bolted. Some slammed their fists into the subway doors. Others tried to pry them open with their hands. One woman shrieked. Boom! Another head popped. Then another. Then another. It wasn't random. It was instant. Precise. Effortless. Anyone who made noise died. I stood in the far corner, silent, watching the chaos turn into a slaughter. Someone pulled out their phone to call 911. The moment the dial tone came through, boom! He dropped like a puppet with cut strings. The train became a room full of terrified statues, hands over mouths, eyes wide, breathing shallow. Finally, the same synthetic voice returned. Violation punishment complete. Total eliminated 132. Remaining players 36. A pause. Player count low. Merging into 3 cars. 12 players per car. In minutes, over 100 people were gone, and whatever was controlling this didn't even sound impressed. I stared at the ceiling camera. Was this a terrorist attack? Some secret government weapon? No. This felt worse. This felt like a system. A flash of white light swallowed the car. When it faded, there were new people standing where empty space used to be. 5 survivors became 12. They looked around, confused, shaking, desperate to speak, but nobody dared. I didn't look at them long. I looked at the digital screen above the doors. It flickered. Then it displayed a face. A doll's face. Big eyes. Too big. The pupils took up almost the entire eyeball, and they glowed red. Players! First game will begin. The doll smiled. Game theme, the silent villagers. The screen showed a cartoon village at sunset. The sun has set. The monster is coming. The villagers must return home. Then the doll leaned closer like it was whispering. The monster cannot see well. The monster has no sense of smell, but its hearing is extremely sensitive. A pause. Then the doll giggled. Do not let it hear you. Or, hey, hey. The screen switched. A countdown appeared. 5 SUR. Preparation time. Players may discuss freely. No punishment during this period. The doll vanished. The train erupted into chaos. People cried. People begged. People tried calling family. No signal. No internet. No emergency line. Some people started talking strategy. Others just sat in shock. Me? I stayed quiet and watched. Because something about the first massacre didn't feel like punishment. It felt like selection. A filter. A way to remove anyone who couldn't follow rules under pressure. The countdown hit 000. The doll returned, excited. Game 1. The silent villagers. Begin! White light again. My eyes opened. I was standing in a village. Wooden huts. Dirt road. A red sunset. All 12 of us were there. Same positions as in the subway. Except now we were standing. A man in a suit spoke immediately, trying to sound confident. Relax. It's simple. The monster hears well. So we stay quiet. We hide. We win. A few people nodded, desperate to believe him. The suit guy pointed toward the nearest house. Let's get inside. Everyone follow me. We moved. He took 3 steps. Thud. He slammed into something invisible. He stumbled backward, eyes wide. What the? He reached out. His hand pressed against empty air, but it felt like a wall. A transparent barrier. Panic spread again, and then a tremor. Heavy footsteps. From far away, something massive was approaching. A monster, tall, 4 meters at least, a cloak of gray-green flesh, and beneath the cloak, tentacles, dozens of them, writhing like worms in a bucket. People tried running. They hit invisible walls. They tripped. They collided. They almost screamed. I spoke, softly. Stop running. Head snapped toward me. We're still on the subway. Someone barked. Are you insane? I stepped sideways and sat down. In the village, it looked like I was sitting in midair. But I wasn't. I was sitting on a subway seat. The illusion didn't change the physical environment. It only changed what we saw. The first trap. If nobody realized it, people would crash into poles, seats, doors. They'd make noise, and then the monster would kill them. The suit guy's face went pale. Before he could respond, the monster appeared, right in front of us. Instant. Like it teleported. It towered over the group. A middle-aged woman gagged. She couldn't stop herself. She vomited. The wet sound echoed. The monster snapped toward her. Tentacles shot out. They wrapped her body in a heartbeat. She was lifted into the air like a doll. No, please! My kids! My kids are waiting! Her words were cut off. The tentacles pulled, and her entire body vanished into the monster's mouth. A scream, then silence, then chewing, wet, crunching, bones. In a silent subway car, the sound was unbearable. Someone started shaking. A man in a hoodie peed himself. The smell spread. Nobody laughed. Nobody moved. The monster finished. Then it stepped forward, right in front of a man with dreadlocks. He didn't panic. He smirked. He whispered, barely audible. As long as I don't talk, you can't find me. The next second, the monster swallowed him whole. No hesitation. No mistake. The dreadlock guy didn't even get to scream. I froze. He didn't speak loudly. He didn't run. So why? Then it stepped toward me. I finally understood. It wasn't listening for voices. It was listening for breathing. I clamped my hand over my mouth and nose, held my breath. Other players copied me. The monster paused. Its tentacles twitched, but it didn't attack. Still, it didn't leave. My lungs burned. I couldn't hold it forever. I needed to lure it away. My eyes flicked to a teenage girl, not her face. Her phone hanging from a lanyard. I pulled out a backup phone from my pocket, opened music, hit play, and threw it across the car. The moment it hit the floor, music blared. The monster whipped its head around and sprinted toward the sound. Tentacles crushed the phone like paper. It worked, but phones were limited. We couldn't keep doing this. The doll had said, return home to survive, but home wasn't real. The village wasn't real. We couldn't enter houses. We were trapped in the subway. So what was home? A thought hit me. Home needs a key. I started searching under seats, under the floor edge, near the doors. I typed on my phone and showed the others. Look for a key, or any home item. They understood. They began searching silently, and under one seat, I found it. A small brass key. The speakers crackled. Congratulations, player. Kai. You have found the way home. The illusion shattered. The village vanished. We were back in the subway. Game 1 complete. Survivors, 7. Dead, 5. Rating, C. Rest time, 10 minutes. People stared at me, some grateful, some afraid. The suit guy forced a smile. Hey, Kai, right? Thanks. We wouldn't have made it without you. His eyes didn't match his tone. He looked jealous, like I stole his spotlight. I shrugged. I was saving myself. His smile cracked. He started ranting about attitude and teamwork. I didn't care. If he had energy to complain, he wasn't thinking. And I was, because something felt wrong. In game 1, the doll gave rules first, then prep time, then game start. Now we got rest time first. That meant they didn't want us discussing the next rules, because the next game would involve information. I looked at the survivors. Suit guy, a timid college girl, a bald middle-aged man, a quiet couple, a small boy. None of them looked useful. The rest ended. The speakers returned. Game 2. Announcement. Theme. The monster's revenge. The doll's face appeared again. The monster failed to eat everyone. It is angry. It will possess one villager. A pause. The monster is now hiding among you. Rules appeared. Each player receives a knife. Stab the monster's heart to win. Find it. I muttered. That's not fair. The doll's red eyes flared. No talking during announcements. I spoke louder. I'm not talking. I'm questioning you. The doll paused. I continued. In game 1, I found the key. We cleared it, and I got nothing special. That's unfair. Silence. Then I added, I want to report you. Where's the complaint department? The doll's expression glitched. For 3 seconds, it disappeared. Then it returned. Calm again. Player Kai. Game 1 was a team clear. No personal reward exists. A pause. Then, but your performance was outstanding. You have 1 question token. Ask anything. I didn't waste it. What is the monster's goal in game 2? To kill us or survive until time ends? The doll giggled. The monster's goal is to survive. If it survives until the timer ends, all players become its food. So the monster wouldn't attack early, it would hide. Good. I nodded. Start the game. The screen switched. 30 ox. No illusion this time. Everyone held a knife. The suit guy coughed and took charge again. Okay, we talk. Everyone introduces themselves. If the monster slips up, we catch it. He looked at me. Kai, you first. I stared at him. You talk? I'm good. He snapped. What the hell? This is teamwork. Then he said it. The sentence that poisoned the room. If you won't cooperate, maybe you're the monster. Instantly, people stepped away from me. The bald man raised his knife slightly. The college girl stared at me like I was already guilty. Even the little boy watched me with hate. I smiled. You want me dead because it helps you either way? The suit guy blinked. I continued. If I'm the monster, you win. If I'm not, the killer gets punished, and you narrow the suspects. His face tightened. He didn't deny it. He was thinking the same thing. I didn't waste time arguing morals. We needed the monster. Everyone spoke. Jobs, where they were going, family, normal life details. No contradictions, no holes. The monster was good. The timer dropped to 10 minutes, then 5. Tension rose, and then the little boy, about 10, walked toward the girlfriend from the quiet couple. Miss, I'm scared. Can I have a hug? The girl hesitated, then pulled him in. He looked up and said loudly, You're dressed like that because you want to be touched, right? The whole car froze. Even the suit guy's mouth dropped open. The boy grinned. I'm gonna die anyway. Might as well feel a woman once. The boyfriend lunged. You little psycho, the girl cried. The boy laughed. I used to peek in the girl's bathroom. This is better. Chaos erupted. Shouting, crying, swearing, a marketplace of noise. And then, the boy drove his knife into the boyfriend's chest. Why should you live with a hot girlfriend while I die before I even grow up? The boyfriend gasped. Then both heads exploded. 2 fireworks, instant punishment. The girlfriend collapsed, sobbing. I don't want to live, the suit guy sneered. Then die. That's 1 more suspect gone. She didn't even notice the cruelty. She raised her knife. I interrupted. Wait. Everyone looked at me. I pointed. If you're going to die, stab him first. That's 2 suspects eliminated at once. The suit guy stared at me like I was insane, like I outplayed him at his own game. The girl froze. Then she lowered her knife. She curled into the corner, shaking. The timer hit 3 minutes. Still no monster. The suit guy started screaming at everyone. The college girl was trembling. Nobody knew what to do. I turned to the bald man. You're not scared at all. He blinked. What? In game 1, you pissed yourself. You were shaking. You looked like you died from fear. I stepped closer. But now you're calm. His throat moved. He tried to fake a laugh. I just accepted it. I shook my head. No. I raised my knife. You're too calm. His eyes widened. I stabbed him. Right in the chest. For half a second, nothing happened. Then, tentacles erupted from his mouth. They burst outward like a nest of snakes. His body folded. The tentacles evaporated into black mist. The timer froze at 007. The doll's voice returned. Congratulations, player Kai. You have found the monster. Game 2 complete. Rating A. Rest time, 10 minutes. The suit guy stared at me. He looked defeated and impressed. How did you know? I answered honestly. The monster can possess someone. It can steal memories. So I wasn't listening for lies. I was watching behavior. Fear doesn't disappear that fast. The subway doors opened. A voice announced, Congratulations. 4 players have survived. A rest service area is now available. Please exit. The suit guy rushed out first. Of course he did. Afraid the door would close. The rest followed. I hesitated, then stepped out. The subway platform was gone. Outside was a road. Endless night. Snow falling thick. The air was so cold it stabbed my lungs. -40. Easy. We were in summer clothes. If we didn't find shelter, we'd freeze in minutes. The college girl pointed. There, look, a building. At the end of the road stood a 2-story lodge. Red and white. Warm light glowing through windows. It looked like heaven. It also looked like a trap. We ran inside. The heat hit us like a hug. Inside were tables full of well-dressed guests. Laughing, eating, smiling. Like a luxury holiday party. A waiter approached. Welcome, honored guests. What would you like to order? A menu appeared. Steaks, lobster, sushi, ramen, desserts from every country. But the prices weren't in dollars. They were in points. I asked, what are points? The waiter smiled. You may exchange cash. 1 point equals $10,000. My stomach dropped. That meant everything was basically free. The suit guy's eyes lit up. He ordered a Wellington steak. The couple ordered lobster. The college girl ordered noodles. Then the waiter turned to me. And you, sir? I'm not hungry. The waiter's smile stayed, but his eyes hardened. Every guest must order. I knew refusing would be punished, so I scanned the menu. Everything looked delicious. Everything was cheap. Too cheap. Then I saw it. Plain white rice. Price, 99,000 points. Almost $10,000. I didn't hesitate. I'll take the rice. The waiter blinked. Sir, that is the worst value item on the menu. I'm sure. The waiter wrote it down. Food arrived. Perfectly plated. My rice sat in a plain bowl. The others devoured their meals. Their faces softened, relaxed, greedy, exactly like the guests around us. Then I watched. The steak on the suit guy's plate turned black, rotting. Maggots crawled through it. The lobster soup became sludge, the noodles became something wet and red. But they kept eating, faster, like they couldn't stop. Their bellies swelled, bigger, then boom! All three stomachs burst. They collapsed, dead. I looked down at my rice, still clean, still normal. My guess was correct. The cheap food wasn't cheap, it was made of something else. Human meat, dead players, no cost. The rice was expensive because it was real. A shadow fell over me. The waiter was no longer a waiter. It was the doll, smiling. Sir, why did you stop eating? I swallowed. I'm full. Please pack the rest. I'll take it home. The doll laughed, a laugh that made my bones cold. Congratulations. You have cleared the hidden stage. The final feast. Rating, A. Reward, return home. White light, and I was in my bedroom. My desk was there, my lamp, my silence, and on the table, a bowl of white rice. My phone buzzed. A text message. Subway survival game system. Player. Kai, you have cleared the subway game. Your body condition is stable. You are invited to the next game in 1 month. Time and location will be provided later. Note, this invitation cannot be refused unless the invitee dies. I stared at the message, then at the rice, and I realized something worse than the monster. This wasn't the end. This was recruitment.